Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us at our 3rd through 5th grade parent meeting. My name is Emirates Kapiamba, and I support 3rd through 5th grade at Elevate Primary. Our time together and the purpose of this meeting will be spent talking about updates and current promotion and information, just to give you some context about the school year and what to expect as we go into the winter break and as we begin a new semester in January. First thing I'd like to go over with you is with regards to something that you can expect coming up in the spring of the 2020-21 school year. Your 3rd through 5th grade scholar will be taking a state assessment given by the state of Texas called the STAR. I know we have some 3rd grade parents on this call, and they will have your scholars would have been taking this test for the first time. 4th and 5th grade, 4th graders, because of the pandemic that is occurring, they did not take the STAR last year, nor did this year's 5th graders. So we want to make sure that you just have the context of what's going to be expected from your scholar this year. So what is the STAR test? The STAR test is a criterion reference test that measures a student's performance in comparison to the curriculum standards called the Texas Essential Knowledge and Skills, otherwise known as TEKS, for each subject and grade level. The STAR tests are given in starting at grades 3rd through 5th. And in grade 3, scholars take the reading and the math STAR. In grade 4, scholars take the reading, math, and writing STAR. And in grade 5, scholars take the reading, math, and science STAR. 5th grade students must pass the reading and the math STAR in order to be promoted to the 6th grade. And while Elevate Primary does use the STAR test as a measure to determine promotion to the next grade, only 5th grade students will have the opportunity to retest. Scholars must be able to, on the reading STAR, analyze a variety of texts, their organizational patterns, and make connections between existing text in a logical way. On the reading STAR, scholars must also draw conclusions about the interaction of characters and the changes they undergo throughout the text. Scholars must also make complex inferences within and between a variety of texts using text evidence. Scholars would have to know how to recognize the structure of a text and how that affects its meaning. And on the reading STAR, they will also have to determine the meaning of unfamiliar and multiple meaning words using context, prefix, suffixes, and roots. On the math STAR, scholars must be able to do work in these 5 categories. Numbers and operations, they will have to demonstrate understanding of numbers, operations, and quantitative reasoning. In patterns and relationships, they will have to demonstrate an understanding of patterns, relationships, and algebraic reasoning. In the area of geometry, they will have to demonstrate an understanding of geometry and spatial reasoning. In measurement, they would have to demonstrate the understanding of concepts that use measurement. And then with probability and statistics, they will have to understand and demonstrate their understanding of probability and statistics. And underlying all of this is assess their process for how they think through problems. And these are embedded within multi-step problem solving, where students will have to read carefully to identify the appropriate steps. So with that, that's one part of the context that is elevated, is that scholars will have to take the STAR test. The second part is also letting you know that Elevate Primary is also a Title I school. And what it means to be Title I means that we receive federal funds called Title I dollars to supplement the school's existing programs. These dollars are used for the following. 1, identifying students that are experiencing academic difficulties and providing timely assistance to help these students meet the state's challenging content standards. The money is also used to purchase supplemental staff, programs, materials, and supplies, conduct parental involvement meetings, trainings, and activities, and to recruit, hire, and retain highly qualified state certified teachers. Now, there is a 1% that Uplift Education is required to set aside when it comes to the Title I financial allocation, and this money is set aside for parental involvement. 95% of the 1% is divided up by all the Uplift schools for parental involvement. Now, with all this context, the next part is what we at Elevate are going to do in response to the data that we have received concerning where each of our 3rd through 5th grade scholars fall. This has to do with enrichment and intervention. Based on the testing data that we have received so far at the beginning of the semester, this includes MAP data, common assessment data, BOSS data, Mondo data, the testing that you've been contacted and you've seen that your scholars have been doing. We have been able to identify scholars that should attend an enrichment hour in math, reading, science, and writing. Enrichment hour began today, Monday, November 16th, and will continue until Thursday, December 10th. Scholars who attend all of these sessions are incentivized by a celebration that we will have on December 11th, and they can have no more than 1 absence in order to attend. Our goal is that scholars are excited to attend and that they also get a voice in deciding what their reward will be. And we are really excited to speak about that with scholars today. We have also identified scholars who are at risk of failing STAR. For scholars that are at risk of failing the STAR test, Elevate will be holding required after-school tutoring beginning in January. Tutoring will be in the following subjects: math, reading, science, and writing, and will take place on Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. Knowing all this, we at Elevate believe that what we do here is a partnership, and we can't do our part without the partnership of our families. So here are ways that you can help. 1, making sure that your scholar is present at any and all tutoring sessions that they are invited to. You can make sure that your scholar reads at least 30 minutes daily while they're at home. Make sure that your scholars does their homework and that they show all their work clearly. And then help your scholar memorize multiplication facts and practice with flashcards. You can also find more resources at texasassessment.com/STAR for how to help your child prepare. My name is Emrichment Kapiamba. If you have any questions or concern, you are free to reach me at this email, ekapiamba@uplifteducation.org. Thank you so much for your time.